Say, oh, and you know what? With that little noise, it's just a reminder that all of my podcast episodes go up on my YouTube, these at the Sarah Fraser Show, or just search Sarah Fraser on YouTube. Now, they don't correspond with the day the episode is out. So, for example, right now, for the next 3 days, is Kiera. Kiera is the ex-girlfriend of Soulja Boy, aka Usman from 90 Day Fiance. And then Big Ed is going to drop. And I'm sure somewhere in the mix will be this episode, which is breaking news. Extra podcast episode drop because last night was the season premiere, season 18 of Sister Wives, episode 1. Every single week, I'm going to be covering that. And I'm also going to be covering Welcome to Plathville, which is coming back 1st of September and is going to be epic. I'm going to make a prediction, although Last Resort is getting a lot of great feedback, but I'm going to make a prediction that Welcome to Plathville season 5 is, until we get 1,000 Pound Sisters, is probably going to be the biggest, just the biggest, I think the most drama, the most compelling, because I have very mixed hot takes. In fact, like there's so much confusion, really. I'm looking at my notes. I have a lot of mixed feelings about the premiere of season 18. And in fact, I think I may owe the majority of people on TikTok who will often comment on my TikToks that Sister Wives should be canceled. And I go, no, not a chance. It's like the biggest series for TLC. It's not happening. And it's probably not happening, but I kind of feel like it should. Now we're only one episode in of season 18. And the fact that Sister Wives has had 18 seasons is like beyond remarkable. I mean, we're headed to like The Simpsons here, okay? What is it? The Simpsons have like 300 episodes or some like insanity, like insane thing. I mean, Sister Wives is headed to that like standing, right? It's crazy. But spoiler alert too, if you haven't watched this episode, because this is a complete review of everything that is going on Sister Wives season 1. So it's not that good, and I'll tell you why. But it could get better, so I'm holding out judgment. Sister Wives, this season 1, or season, I should say 18, episode 1, is a lot of recap, right, of what happened in the last season and really filling in all the blanks of what's been going down since the media, of course, has released, and they did on social media, that Mary has left Kody, Christine has left Kody, Janelle has left Kody. Christine has since moved on, gotten engaged, may in fact even actually be fully married. But we know that they're going to film that wedding for television, and they're going to test that to see if there's a potential for a spinoff with Christine, Janelle, and Christine's new husband, David Woolley, who also has a huge family. I thought there wasn't any way in hell that there was going to be a spinoff. But I think there's 100%, there's a real chance that there could be a spinoff, because this show, everybody is so angry and so bitter. And really, I think it's quite obvious that they do not want to interact with each other, except for when cameras are up. And it's almost giving me Real Housewives of New Jersey, the past season, when we found out after all these years that Teresa Giudice really does not speak to Melissa Gorga and Joe Gorga, and there is no love lost there. And in fact, Melissa and Joe didn't even go to her wedding with Louis. It's giving me that kind of vibe. So the first 10 minutes of the episode last night was just setting the scene, okay? We know Christine is left. Robin and Kody still say that they're in shock. And then, we're beginning to see cracks in his relationship with Janelle, although it isn't announced in last night's episode that they're separating. And Mary is sort of their last ride or die, because Mary was the OG, the original wife of Kody. And she sits down with Robin, and she's trying to like console Robin, because Robin is like beside herself, doesn't know how they got to this place for the past 20 years, has been with the family, thought they were like a functioning, maybe partially dysfunctioning, but functioning enough family, doesn't know where it's gone wrong, and is crying a lot. Hence, everybody calls her Sobbin' Robin. Now, I'm going to say I find, not that I'm not saying that Robin is right, but I find Robin to be actually like, I feel like Robin doesn't know what's going on. Like, I feel like Robin really is in shock. Does anybody else? Does anyone else? Maybe it's just me. So, that the first 10 minutes is really just setting that up. And it's setting up that Janelle wanted to build this house on Coyote Pass. And Kody is dragging his feet on paying off the mortgage of it or helping her with a down payment, which he could easily do and has done for Christine in the past and has clearly done for Robin. Great point. I think Janelle has an amazing point. To me, it is very obvious that Kody does not want to be with these other wives. And in fact, I think it's so obvious that this is where I begin to side with people who say the show should be over. To me, Robin is the one that wants to be with these women way more. Like, I mean, at the end of the episode, Robin's sitting there going, I saw myself on a porch with a glass of lemonade with my sister wives. Robin's the one that really loves the polygamy lifestyle, not Kody. It's so obvious to me that Kody wants nothing to do with these women. So the first 10 minutes of the episode, I think, is quite boring. We don't really learn a lot of new stuff. I think the most interesting part is when Kody goes and has lunch with Christine. They hadn't seen each other in months. She's obviously moved to Utah. She comes back and they're trying to talk about the holidays. And they completely get hung up on the fact that here we are in 2023. I'm sorry. I'm sure there are people that are listening to this that are like diehard COVID people. I don't give a rip. I never even think about it. I don't care. I have relatives that text me every once in a while. Oh, we have COVID. I'm like, that's a thing. All right. I'll see you in a couple of days. I'm sorry. I'm with Christine, who's like, are you fucking serious? I guess Kody has one child that hasn't had COVID. Again, we know COVID like hardly affects kids unless they have an underlying immune issue. And, Kody is so angry at Christine, and the teaser for episode 2, which again, it could warm up. I think this was a slow start, but it could get better, is him basically like, I'm angry with you and I want to spend some time being angry. And she's like, in this episode, the best part is she laughs at him. It's so good. It actually, her laughing at him over that like Mexican lunch actually made me love her even more because I think she really gets what a complete moron he is. And here's the thing. I mean, I think there's a good chance Kody and Robin could appear on this show. So I try to always come at these reality shows as these are people who, yes, they signed up for it, but they don't control the edit in any way, shape, or form. And they're never as bad and they're never as good as they're portrayed on the shows. I think now, right, it's a really great angle. Kody is insufferable. Now, I know he has been for years. He's an egomaniac from a long time ago. It seemed a little bit more palatable, I think, 5 seasons ago. Now it's gotten to the point. He is almost a character of himself, or a caricature of himself. And he's coming off to me. And I know the women say on episode 1 of season 18, wow, this is like the most angry he's ever been. This is the most bitter he's ever been. Maybe they're going to turn it around mid-season because I do believe this season and season 18, we are going to see them courting a potential new sister wife. And again, maybe this show survives because the only way it survives is if Robin and Kody go out and actively audition new sister wives and almost create a whole new sister wives show. And then maybe Christine and Janelle get a spinoff. And sadly, I think it could leave Mary out. Mary might make a couple of appearances on maybe Kody and Robin's show, but she's clearly not close to Janelle and Christine. I mean, to the point Christine's daughter, Gwendolyn, when she got married, photoshopped out Mary in a picture that like one of her siblings posted. But on Gwendolyn's Instagram, she photoshopped Mary completely out. So, they're cordial at, I guess, maybe at best, right? And, this, I thought too, we haven't gotten to the part where it'll probably be episodes 3, 4, where Mary leaves him. She's the last one. We know that they end up separating. He's said for a long time he's not attracted to her. He's not with her. I feel for Mary. I mean, she's been doing a lot of work on her social media, it appears, where she's working on her self-esteem. She's been traveling. My favorite recent tabloid story about her was that she's never at her bed and breakfast. She just fakes all these pictures to make it look that way because she's traveling all the time. I just think that's funny. Like, I guess it is her business, right? Her bed and breakfast of her, which has been in the family for like years. But they claim that she takes all these pictures, then she goes to like London and then posts like she's at the bed and breakfast.